Welcome to City Chat on CTV. Today we'll be chatting about WinterFest happening on December 1st from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Bicentennial Park. Today we have a special guest here with us, Nancy Colvin from Recreation and Parks, here to give us the 411. Woohoo! Thank you for joining us. So last year was the first for WinterFest. How was the whole event inspired and how did it all come about?
So we at Recreation and Parks do a lot of great events throughout the city. We have our community centers, we've got our senior centers, we've got all kinds of festivals and things that happen, but we don't really have a lot that speaks to this, kind of young professional group. And when we were looking at reimagining the holiday events that we've had every year, we decided that we wanted to really specifically create something that was exciting for them, but also honored the season of giving and really had a meaningful charitable component to it. So we landed on WinterFest. We've got all kinds of great live music featuring both national and local musical acts. So we love to be able to celebrate the artists that we have living and working in Columbus. We brought in food trucks. We've got great local beers that are going to be available, seasonal ales. And what was really, really meaningful about it was that a large portion of the proceeds went to benefit the Mid-Ohio Food Bank. So we made $12,000 last year for the Mid-Ohio Food Bank. It was a huge success, and we were really excited. And this year, it's going to be even bigger than it was.
That's amazing. The organization that you were talking about, I think it was the Empty Bowls program.
Yes.
Is that the program that these young professionals are in?
So when we talk about creating an event that speaks to young professionals, it was more like that's the audience that we wanted to reach. But what we found is that we have a program called Empty Bowls that we've been doing at Recreation and Parks this is the 21st year that we've been doing it.
Wow.
And we have folks that work in our community centers that create handmade ceramic bowls, and they go, and then we have different events throughout the city where you can make a $10 donation, get a bowl, and that money goes to Mid-Ohio. We'll have them on site at WinterFest this year, just like we did last year. They'll be selling some of the handcraft bowls, again, $10 donation, and that goes to support the Mid-Ohio Food Bank through the Empty Bowls initiative, which, like I said, this is our 21st year. We've raised $250,000 over the past 20 years for the Mid-Ohio Food Bank, and that's got a huge impact in our community. So, that having that charitable component, I think, makes this a much more meaningful experience for everybody that's there.
Yeah, that's great. How would you say that how did the program go last year or the festival, and were there any changes that you guys are implementing this year?
So last year, we had a great turnout. We were so happy. We really, really came up with the marketing and the strategy behind this in about 4 weeks and rolled it all out. It was amazing. And we had a great turnout. There was a lot of people. We had a beautiful day. It was fantastic. And the things that have changed this year is that we've just added on to it. So we've doubled the number of food trucks that we're having. We're working with the Greater Columbus Arts Council and their Arts Festival Emerging Artist program. So we're going to have artists on site. They're going to be displaying their works. We've got CD102 as a sponsor, as a media partner, but they're also bringing in items from their annual Andy Man-a-thon and adding that charitable component. So they're bringing in a guitar that is autographed, and they're going to have a silent auction for it there at the festival, and that money goes to support the Andy Man-a-thon, which benefits children's charities. So we keep adding and growing and bringing in these new components and helping find new ways to connect with our community. So it's really fantastic.
That's really wonderful to hear. It's really cool that all these separate entities are wanting to participate. Has it been a struggle trying to get them on board, or has it been pretty easy?
No, last year we were really a kind of unknown quantity, and because we were trying to pull things together very quickly and get this done, we worked with a national artist that was Columbus based, and we still were able to bring him in, and I think that had a draw for itself. But this year, based on all the people that went last year, we started getting phone calls as soon as the event was over about how can we be engaged, what can we do to be a part of this, and I think that has been one of the more rewarding parts for us, because it's something that clearly resonated with the community.
Yeah, that's so cool. Who are the musical acts that are going to be performing this year?
We have Raylan Baxter, who's a Nashville-based artist. He's a singer-songwriter, kind of an alternative country genre, who's going to be our national act. But like I said, we also like to celebrate our own local artists. So we've got Mr. Anderson coming in. They've played the Jazz and Rib Fest for us the past couple of years.
Yeah.
And we also have Theo's Loose Hinges coming in. So we will have a full day of music going from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. that day. So if you stop in, you're going to get a lot. And remember, this is free. Like, you get to come down and hear all this great music for free.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that it was a free event.
It's a free event. So
yeah, really
I mean, you have to pay for, you will have to pay for your food, you have to pay for any beer that you buy, but the music, the entertainment is all free.
And then they should try to donate to or purchase an empty bowl.
If they want, but again, part of the food and beer sales also get donated to empty bowls.
Oh,
so
that's great.
Everything that you do, anything you purchase down there is going to help support the Mid-Ohio Food Bank, which is just, I mean, that is probably one of the best parts of this event.
Who came up with this initiative? It's just such a cool
So
thing.
Recreation and Parks has an amazing special events team, and they got down there and they were brainstorming it, and there were some conversations that went back and forth, and there was a lot of thought to it, but really Bill Banky down in our special events department is kind of the driving force behind this event.
That's really cool. So where could people find more information?
Absolutely. So if you visit the sciottamile.com website, so sciottamile.com, you'll find all the details about the event, or you can follow us on Facebook. We'll have all the details out there as well. Again, free event. Stop down, grab something to eat, get something to drink, and have a great time.
I'm really excited. I'm covering this event, and I think I definitely want my husband to join me.
Oh yeah.
So.
And there's going to be an added component with a mechanical snowboard that you can ride. So just keep that in your back pocket. He might enjoy that.
That's so cool. Thank you, Nancy, very much for coming onto the show and telling us about WinterFest.
Thank you for having me, Josie. Really appreciate it.
So don't miss this year's WinterFest at Bicentennial Park on December 1st from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. WinterFest is presented by the Columbus Recreation and Parks Department and made possible through the generous support of CD 1025, the alternative station, CW Columbus, and Mike Galico. Visit www.sciottamile.com/winterfest-2018 for more information. Thanks for watching City Chat on CTV.